Hi, I'm Reed, and my inquiry project is on plasma. Today I'll be talking about 3 questions. My main question is, what is plasma? My other 2 questions are, where can we find plasma? And finally, what is plasma gasification? First question is, what is plasma? Plasma is the fourth state of matter, but many people don't think about plasma. They usually think only about solids, gases, and liquids, and I'll tell you an interesting fact in a minute. Now, what is plasma? Plasma is a partially ionized gas, which means that a certain portion of electrons are free rather than closely packed together to an atom or a molecule. Also, it is a conductive assembly of charged particles. Nevertheless, plasma carries electrical currents and generates magnetic fields. Plasma is also the most common form of matter and comprises more than 90% of the visible universe, and permeates the solar system and interstellar and intergalactic environments. If you're going to relate this to anything, you would relate it to a gas. Plasma is a gas that has been energized to the point that some of the electrons break free from an atom or a molecule, but travels with their nucleus. Gas can become plasma in many different ways, but they all fall into the same category, by pumping the gas with energy. Some examples of plasma is when a spark in a gas, and that's when you create plasma. Or a hot gas passing through a spark, and that will turn the gas stream into plasma and can be useful in many industries. Some of the places plasma falls into is ionization, temperature, and density of the magnetic field. My second question is, where can we find plasma? Although you might not find plasma on a normal walk to the park, but you may find plasma in the sky, for example, the northern lights on a cold winter night, or the upper atmosphere, the stars and the sun, interstellar gas clouds, or you may find nuclear weapons flying over your heads and seeing the massive explosion of the fireball, or it is also known as a mushroom cloud. Some of the more common places that we see plasma and that you might not think is plasma is for these examples: neon signs that you see in shops, fluorescent lamps, plasma balls, flames, and etc. Plasma torches, like that used in industries, are used to cut metal and use superheat. The biggest chunk of plasma that you will see is the sun. The sun's enormous heat rips electrons off the hydrogen and helium molecules that make up the sun. Essentially, the sun, like most stars, is a great big ball of plasma. Your blood is made up of a liquid portion and cellular portion. The cellular portion contains white blood cells that fight infections, red blood cells that carry oxygen, and the platelets that aid clotting. Plasma is the liquid portion of your blood. It has a number of vital functions in bleeding and infection control. It contains proteins and antibodies, which are produced by the immune system to fight diseases. Fluorescent and neon lighting of low voltage electricity passing between electrodes in a sealed glass tube containing inert gas and excites the electrons in the gas. The gas releases radiant energy and electric arc welding or cutting. This electricity passing between electrodes creates plasma that can melt metal. Finally, what is plasma gasification? First, garbage is fed into a machine that shreds the garbage into tiny little pieces. Then they are taken to another section in the building and is fed into a plasma chamber. Then it is sealed tight in a stainless steel vessel filled with either nitrogen or ordinary air. Then they put 650 volts of electrical currents in, pass between 2 electrodes. This rips the electrons from the air and creates plasma. Once the flow of electricity running through the plasma is maintaining a field of extremely intense energy powerful enough to disintegrate the shredded garbage into its elements. The final product is a glass-like substance used as a raw material for high-strength asphalt or household tiles and signagas. Signagas is a mixture of hydrogen and carbon monoxide, and it can be converted into fuels such as hydrogen, natural gases, or ethanol. Synagas is fed into a cooling system which generates steam. The steam is used to drive turbines, which produces electricity, which is used to power the converter, while the rest can be used for plants in heating or electrical needs, or sold back to the utility grid. And that's my inquiry project. Thanks for watching.